Morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to review the NIOD Sanskrit Saponins. This is basically a face cleanser. I wasn't particularly interested in many of the cleansers from the DECIEM line except for the low viscosity cleaning ester that you can use without water, because you guys know I prefer to not use water if possible. I saw on QVC a great deal that included 3 products and was a great saving, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try them. So the deal I got on QVC was this plus the flavanone mud plus the non-acid acid precursor. I'm sure that's what it's called, NAAP anyway. And it was just too good to resist. So I am first reviewing this. I've tried it twice just to see what it's like, how it works. And I'm not going to read you every single bit again from the website, because I've said many times I feel like there's too much on the DECIEM website. There's too much on the prescriptions, especially for the NIOD stuff. There just seems to be pages of descriptions that don't explain very well. It's almost like you're reading poetry sometimes that doesn't quite make sense. So what I'm telling you is my interpretation of what they're saying. So this Sanskrit Saponins is one of 3 items that are under their Yesti items. I think they call it Yesti. So it's DECIEM is the overall brand, then you've got NIOD, and then within NIOD they have produced 3 products under the Yesti umbrella. And the idea is that they are taking technology, if you like, from years ago. And they seem to be saying that sometimes modern technology forgets the wisdom of the past. That's how I would interpret what they're saying, but of course feel free to have a look at the website and see what their long description. This tube on its own would be £21, and it doesn't have, let's see, it's alcohol free, it's vegan, oil free, cruelty free and silicone free. So I'm just going to read you the first paragraph on here. There is about 12 to 15 paragraphs, but I'm just going to read you the first one because it has kind of the basics about what this is. So it says, it's a viscose and intense cleaning balm for the face, formulated with highly concentrated, very unrefined Ayurvedic plant surfactants, unsupported by any modern cleaning technology. So it's basically saying it's going against the grain, and it definitely is, because generally people now are trying to avoid surfactants, and well, there's mild surfactants in micellar water, as I've talked about before, but people are trying to avoid things that are that higher pH because it's thought that alkalinity will disrupt the skin's surface and can cause acne or worsen acne. So it is going against modern cleaning technology. It says on here that it's a balm. In there it said it's a viscose and intense cleaning balm. It doesn't come out like a balm. I don't want that to be misleading to people. I've got the top of it here. I really do like the fact that it's in a tin type of tube. So there's some in the lid here, so let me show you what it's like. It is like, to me it's a lotion or a cream. But it's not and doesn't feel like a balm to me. Doesn't feel thick enough or oily enough to be a balm. So it goes on to say that it contains no purified or synthetic surfactants. So these are natural plant saponins. No synthetic surfactants, sulfates, oils, esters or micellar technologies. It's a pH balanced suspension of amino acid, lysine in saponins from the Ayurvedic, I'm not sure how you say that, Ayurvedic I think it might be, plants Shikakai and Sapindus mucurosi. I haven't heard of those ever before. So this is saying that it's pH balanced, and what pH balanced means is that something is a 7.0, which means that on the scale of acid and alkaline it's right in the middle, so it has the same amount of acids and alkali that balance each other out. However, it does show that it's a pH of 7 to 7.50 on the details here. So the pH of this product is something that doesn't appeal to me, because I feel like we have learnt that a pH above the natural skin pH is not great for our skin, and that's a fact. There's much research been done in that area, and it's been proven. And it works to use something, and it's understood that using something that is a pH that's nearer to your skin is less disruptive to the skin, will be less likely to worsen or cause acne, and is just milder to use. I understand what they're saying, that, you know, some of this is the way they used to do it and it worked, and that this is all natural as opposed to synthetic. But as I always say, natural doesn't mean better, because natural, you know, tobacco is natural, and water is a chemical. You know, it's not quite as simple, I don't believe, that natural is better. And also a lot of their other products go along with the knowledge that high pH is not good for your skin. So I'm a bit confused by that, in that I understand what they're saying, that, you know, there are some things from years ago that we should still be using, and we shouldn't forget about old technologies and, you know, just replace everything with modern synthetic things. But like I said, I feel like it has been proven and it is understood that a high pH product will or could disrupt the skin's surface. What I will say about that is just to bear two things in mind. One is kind of for what I'm saying, one's against it. DSM scientists collectively and probably individually have way more knowledge than I have, and this is their job, this is what they're doing every day. They are looking into new technologies, old technologies. They know what they're talking about. So from that point of view, I would be happy to be proven wrong and understand why you know, they're happy for this to be a 7 to 7.5 product. However, on the other side, they are also a business that is trying to sell things, and there are a lot of people out there that don't want to let go of the past and that believe in what they're saying. The ethos here, they're saying, is we started off just using water, and, you know, these are things that we should not forget. And there's a sort of magical fantasy surrounding this, the way they talk about it, and it sounds very wonderful, and people believe in natural, and so I feel like, personally, I feel like they are using that as marketing. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Maybe there's some research that I haven't seen that's saying actually a higher pH isn't that bad for your skin. We shall see. I wanted to read you the notes. They've put 3 notes at the bottom. Number 1, it said, while the Sanskrit Saponin is pH balanced, plant saponins and plants in general can mildly irritate the eyes. With this sensitivity, while this sensitivity can be avoided by keeping your eyes closed during cleaning, if you develop any mild sensitivity around the eyes, it will disappear within a few minutes. To me, this sentence is explaining how the natural pH of this can be irritating, and to me, not just to the eyes, but it's giving you it there that it is just to the eyes. The next thing, it says that within the first few minutes after using SS, you may feel that your skin feels mildly dry. This temporary feeling is a direct result of SS having removed skin oils gently to encourage a recycling of these oils. This feeling is very short-lived, and within a few minutes you'll notice your skin returns to normal. So this is something else that they believe. You know how we talk about not disrupting the oils on your face and not stripping your face of oils because it will make it dry. And in fact, my feeling, I've said before, is that if you use harsh cleansers and strip your face of oils, what will happen is they produce more oils, and that can then they can overproduce oil if you take it to the other side where your skin is too dry. What saying they believe with this product is that there is no harm in stripping your face of oils because it will encourage it to produce more oil, which is fresh oil. That's what they're saying, that it is a recycling process that needs to be done. Again, I sort of understand that, but at the same time, if any kind of makeup removal and cleansing will remove some of the oils, because that's the way that they work. I don't believe there's a need to be so harsh with it to, you know, be that high a pH to remove every bit of oil. And on that point, after using this, my skin did feel dry, and it wasn't mildly dry, and it didn't return to normal in 5 minutes. I specifically wanted to test that out, and you're not to use this to remove your makeup. I am going to read you the directions of this and tell you how I found it, etc. But I specifically wanted to test that out, and so I had already removed my makeup, and I then used this as directed and waited for, I think it was about half an hour, and I couldn't stand the feeling of my skin being that dry anymore, and so I did my usual cleansing routine, etc., and put some moisture back into it. Unfortunately for me, that number 2 note didn't ring true. Number 3, it's saying the product can be applied for a deeper cleaning treatment by sort of using it as a mask, so you can just rub it between your hands, leave it on and then rinse it off. I certainly would not recommend doing that with a product of this pH. Number 3 is talking about this can be basically used as a mask, that you can use it as directed, but you can then leave it on for 5 minutes and rinse it off. I wouldn't personally recommend doing that with a pH as it is. Okay, so on to directions, and let's talk about how I found it. It says use once every other day in the morning or the evening. This to me is confusing because then it says immediately afterwards, SS can be used more frequently if desired. So either you can use it daily or you can't. You know, I feel like, why would you say use it every other day, but then you can use it more if you want? There's got to be one or the other, and I think that it's because using it every other day, I believe, is because of the potential to irritate, but I can't attest to that because it doesn't say that, but I'm just guessing. But anyway, it can be used more frequently if desired. It's not intended to remove makeup. If makeup is present, remove first with the LVCE or a suitable makeup remover before using this. Wet face thoroughly, massage some of this between your palms for a few seconds to form a paste-like lather. There was no lather for me using this. I showed you what it was like, didn't I? See, as soon as you open it, it's one of those that as soon as you open it, it comes out. Honestly, what is it with NIOD and their messy packaging? To be fair though, I think that this was because I was sitting squeezing the bottom of it. That's definitely contributed, but it did it the first time I opened it as well. There was no lather is what I was saying. Apply to the entire face, massage gently, avoiding the eyes, rinse thoroughly, keeping your eyes closed, dry with a towel. How did I find it? I actually really enjoyed it. It was a lovely product to use, but there was nothing special about it. It felt like I had taken a very light moisturiser and I had put that over my face, rubbed it in and rinsed it off, because like I said, I couldn't get any lather from it. And I tried a couple of times, you know, I thought, well, maybe I'm being impatient, let me do, you know, rub this between my hands a little bit longer. The following day I tried it, I put a little bit more product in my hands and I can't get any lather from it. So it did just feel, like I said, like I'd used, not a light moisturiser, but I mean like not a thick cream, but more of a lotion. It felt like I had put lotion, like say baby lotion, on my hands and rubbed that into my face and then rinsed it. It did leave my skin feeling very clean. Now, where did it say? It did actually say that it leaves your pores feeling clean. The last paragraph before the notes on this says, with continued use, it visibly targets all forms of build-up, blemishes, congestion and impurities. It is suitable for all skin types. After the first use, SS leaves the skin looking nearly pore-free and its surface exceptionally cleaned, as if it's radiating from within. My pores are pretty small since using the ordinary vitamin C. It did feel very clean. There was no further difference to my pores. I can't say it looked as if it was radiating from within, because to me, there would need to be a little bit of pinkness to your skin if it was looking radiant. Maybe that's something people would disagree with, but it also didn't have any moisture on the surface. You know, it looked dry. You could look in the mirror and see that there was it had taken every scrap of oil off. It's definitely a good one for cleaning your skin. If you're worried that you're not cleaning your skin deeply enough, this is certainly a product that will do it. So it did definitely feel clean. The person I think this might appeal to is the person that doesn't care about the pH, that doesn't have any issues with acne, but that you like to use a deep cleansing face mask maybe. It might be quite good for blackheads. You know, I think this is something that it's almost like using a face mask every day, because it really is cleaning your skin to a squeaky clean stage. Well, it wasn't even squeaky clean, it was just dry feeling afterwards, but it is deep cleaning your skin. So it might appeal to somebody that wants to use a deep cleansing face mask every week but doesn't have the time. You could use this as a cleanser, but you would have to be doing, you know, using something different for your makeup removal and then using this as, I guess, your double cleanse, to just remove every remnant of makeup and cleanser, etc. And you wouldn't be able to use it around your eyes. I've had a look at the ingredients, nothing that I can see that bothers me about the ingredients. It has castor oil in it, which I just always say because I know that I have had some viewers comment that they find that clogs up their skin, but it is very pleasant to use. But like I said, it's nothing amazing to me, and I didn't like the feeling of my skin being that dry afterwards. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this again, because like I said, I generally prefer to use a non-water method most of the time on my skin, but I do have face washes and things that I use, and even ones that may well be of this pH. You know, I'm not saying that I don't pH test everything that I use. I just prefer to use things that are closer to the pH of the skin. So it's not a complete no-no, and it was pleasant enough to use. I think if it was a makeup remover that I could put around my eyes and take my eye makeup off with this, I think I would have preferred it. I know that Yesti have a good return policy, and QVC do as well, but I've got 3 products from QVC, and I'm in the process of testing the NAP product, and I've used the Flavanome Mud, which I quite enjoyed, but I've only used it once and I need to look more into the description and etc. of that. So yeah, I couldn't just return this one product is what I'm saying. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this, but as you can probably tell, I don't necessarily recommend this. That's everything on that product. I would love to know your opinion on this. What do you think about this being a higher pH? Is that something that you would prefer not to use, or do you not care? Have you used this? Have you enjoyed it? I'd love to know what everybody's thinking on this subject. Let me tell you what I've got on my face. I have got on my Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation, of course, in 05 Sateen. I haven't bought another colour yet. Haven't bought any other foundation yet. On my eyes, what did I use? Oh, this is MAC Tan Pigment, and then I just used some single MAC eyeshadows surrounding it. On my lips is Too Faced Liquid Lipstick in Child Star. Blush is Nars Sin. And I think that's everything. These are those bargain earrings I got from Boots. They were about £3, although this one was kind of broken this morning and I feel like it might fall off my ear at any point. These are my hands. I wish I could say that I'd had henna done. I haven't found anybody to do henna because it's something that I've always wanted to have done and would love to have done. This is just stick-on tattoos. You guys know I like playing around with stick-on tattoos, and that's all that this is. Excuse me, I will try and link it for you in the description, as well as my makeup, etc. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you again soon.